Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey everybody, how we doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge, and this is episode number 1018. And today we're going to be talking, it's our Lead Pedal Q&A. We're going to be talking about, is 21 too young to be a driver? Oh, that's going to bring back a bunch of comments, I am sure. Anyway, before we get to that, let's get on with this, and we'll tell you, be right back. There you go. And let's talk about how old do you have to be on one of those fleets? Well, our question today is, I'm 21 years old, too young to drive a truck? And this came from a listener who says, I'm 21, been driving a truck for 2 weeks now, and haven't seen any truck drivers around my age. Now, that's hilarious. He said, I've been in the trucking industry. He says, the industry is full of people 30 plus. I feel so out of place. Some people don't even believe I'm a truck driver because I'm so young looking. I get strange looks sometimes while driving because I don't look like I should be driving a truck. All right. Well, there you go. And some of the comments are pretty hilarious. There's one comment from a Grubbalicious says, once you get your 1 year experience and you instantly gain 10 years to your physical appearance. Something to do with the stress and unhealthy lifestyle, he thinks. I know my friend, he says, when you count, you have to count in dog years. So there you go. You know what? In keeping all seriousness to this, it depends how you look, and he's probably a really young looking 21. Everybody 21 looks young, but I know some that seem to look older than others. If you remember, we did an episode, one of our LPR lives with the women in trucking, where one of the girls is 21 and she was going through the same thing. So they do look young. We do have an average age in the industry of 55 plus years of age, so anybody's going to look young underneath that. But I do know a lot of people who are in their 20s that are driving. A lot of them have come out of a family operation where their dad drove or somebody in the family drove. So they've been around trucks and it's natural to them. For somebody who's not been around trucks, it may seem a little unnatural, but I don't think it has anything to do with the age. To be honest with you, I was one of those people that started driving at the age of 18, got my tractor trailer license at the age of 20. I totally understand, but I was with somebody. I had some good mentor, had a good trainer, and did not feel that my age was a factor in driving anyway. I think if you can manage the truck and you've been trained properly, then you're going to have a good career. I think where the age thing may come into play, and this is where I think a lot of young people are going to get into trouble, is the experience and dealing with people part of the industry, where having some street smarts about where you should go, where you shouldn't go, the kind of things you should say, shouldn't say, especially on social media, the kind of the ways that you interact with, and I deal with shippers and receivers. Now I deal with a lot of young people in my Inspiring Youth show, my television show, and I just I hate painting them all under the same brush, because as much as I've seen one who is kind of very immature and you should smarten up, I've seen others that are way ahead of the mark and doing good things. So I don't want to say all young people, and we need young people. As much as you can go, oh well, they're too young to drive a truck, they shouldn't be here. You know what? If you're 55, 60 years of age, in 5 years, it's probably not going to care to you too much. And you know what? You probably need to be on the other side of helping. If you want to keep this industry great the way a lot of us know that it should be, you need to get on the other side of the mark and get in there and be helping to bring up the young people with the right respect and the right training and the right attitude for this industry. And a lot of older people don't have it. You're wondering why young people aren't coming in, and then you see some of the stuff that comes up in the comments and you go, I don't know. Like I can't even read them. They're that bad. But you wonder why people aren't doing that. This one person says, at 18, I was driving a long nose Pete. You should have seen the looks I got. Drivers would holler at me at the radio to wake up my dad to drive, even though it was just me. I thought that was a great one. So this other person says, I'm 28 and I felt the same way for 7 years. I don't think it goes away. And I think it's not a matter of how you look driving the truck necessarily. It's the confidence you have. If you can get in there and you can back up the truck and you can do what you need to do, then I respect you 150,000%. If you are dealing with people in a respectful way, and you understand that person at the waitress at the restaurant, and I don't know if they have fuel guys anymore, but the person in the fuel spot, they're all just people. You can't judge them by the job they're doing or how much they're making or anything like that. If you treat everybody with respect as you go down the road, you're going to find that your confidence level is high and you're not treated like a 21-year-old or like an 18-year-old. If you go the other way and you're able to drive, but you're 21 and you're doing things that, are not proper, and we see a lot at the fuel pumps where you're, so busy with your headphones, you don't even hear that there's a driver behind you, or a driver, or you're leaving your truck in the fuel islands for half an hour while you go inside because you're gaming or whatever. Like those kind of things are where it's changing, and that's where the respect part needs to come in. So the younger people, I think, need to learn some of that, and hopefully they're learning that in their training and as they go along with mentors and so forth. And if you're an older person, then help them. Say this, but I think most of us get down on them instead of helping them, and that's where we need to be going. So hopefully that helped to you. 21 is not too young to drive. I was driving when I was 18, so I'm really big on people getting in as early as they can, and I think if you listen to a lot of the different conversations going on in the industry, people are trying to get to those younger people. So let's not discourage them. Let's help them. And I think good mentoring and finishing programs are the way to do that. So hopefully we'll get off. We'll get there and get things started. All right. So hey, let's. If you want to start, here's one thing. If you're a young driver, here's one thing you should be doing. You should be looking for Driver Verified and their program on how to do an online driver profile. And here's the scoop on that. Hey, folks. Today's driver industry is changing like crazy. There's no more paper resumes or applications for you to fill out. Nowadays, it's all online profiles, and the big companies just pull right from the ministry offices to make sure that the documents they're getting are official. So why not make sure that you're official and in control of your work history? That's where Driver Verified comes in. All you have to do is go to driververified.com and create your own profile. You can create a profile. You can put your awards in. You can put pictures in. You can put your resume up there. And you know what? It is searchable. It's searchable by the insurance industry. It's searchable by the carriers, and it's searchable by you. You can send people a direct report. It's free to set up. You don't pay anything unless you start sending out reports. And you know what? The companies will even pay that for you probably anyway. But you can do this on your own. If you're a driver, an owner-operator, a company, or an insurance broker, then this is for you. Go to driververified.com. create your profile today and get yourself in command of your documentation so that you know your work history and you have something that's presentable to the industry. And you know what? When you're talking to them, tell them the Lead Pedal Podcast sent you. All right, my friends, driververified.com. That's where I'd go. Bye for now. Hey, if you've not become a fan club member yet, well, you want to get into the mix for sure. All you got to do is go to the Lead Pedal Podcast fanclub.com and check it out. Or you can go to any of our other places like leadpedalradio.com or the leadpedalpodcast.com. Check it out. Get involved. Get a way to get free giveaways, get shout-outs, and participate and get some of your coolest tunes played. The fan club is for our great members who support our shows. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you're not already a fan club member, you want to check it out, do it through the app, do it through our Facebook group, or do it online at the Lead Pedal Podcast fanclub.com. All right, there you go. So we are going to follow us. But before you do, anything we share on our Lead Pedal Q&As should be checked, okay? Because we are just giving general information. Please see an employment lawyer or somebody in a professional manner before you act on any of the stuff that we talk about here on the show. It is just general in nature. Everybody's got a specific situation, so please talk to somebody specifically about that's closer to you. We're just here for general information. Hey, the best way to keep on top of us, especially if you haven't joined the fan club yet, is to go to leadpedalradio.com, leadpedalmedia.com. You can go there and just follow us. We're on social, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn. You can find us there. Make sure you follow us and get on to our newsletter list. Do all of that kind of stuff, and you're going to love being part of the Lead Pedal family. All right, my friends, talk to you later. Be good out there. Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit the leadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.